The next show we're going to be talking about is Net-juu no Susume, or Recovery of an MMO Junkie.
I'm on the fence on this one so much. I'm on the fence. I don't usually watch these type of cutesy little slice of life drama kind of things. I know this is more probably up your alley in that regards. But I'm just like it's still interesting because the characters I think are what keeps me coming back.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit like they're like, oh, we wear matching outfits or matching. I'm like, oh god, stop. Stop. But the fact, I guess in a sense there are some aspects of her that are relatable. Being a gamer myself, there are some aspects of that are definitely relatable.
And about the same age.
About the same age, and looking at her and everything, and I'm curious to see, like, she left her job. I'm like, did she retire from her job? Or did she just straight up leave her job? And she's talking about dipping into her savings. I'm like, does she intend to, like, go back to work at some point, or is she just now secluded herself? Hello, has she now just secluded herself completely to the point where she's not wanting to go back? I'm like, there's a lot of this I'm a little unsure about, but I think it's to me it's just the funniness of the fact of, and it's still predictable. It's very much so. I already can tell, like, from the get-go who was who, even though they're in an MMO and they couldn't have. I'm like, okay, we already know how this is playing out. This is already, okay, you can get there. Okay. You can already tell who was who, and everything was very predictable in that regards. But it's still, I at this point, to me, I'm more curious about watching to see. I'm like, okay, how long is it going to take until they figure this out? How long is it going to take until they realize who's who and what they're doing, and that they know each other already? And I want to say the end of the 4th episode, it seems like the guy's kind of getting a hint that he's like, wait a second, I think I know who my person that I'm partnered with is, because I think I know this sounds very familiar, that what they're talking about. So I'm curious how that's going to go. But it's more, I guess, to me, why I'm on the fence is more of I continue watching out of just curiosity more or less than anything else.
Yeah,
I know things are going to go down. I know how it's going to play out because it's very predictable, but it's a matter of how is it going to play out and when's it going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I really like this show as well. I do like how it's basically that same genre where, like, you experience characters in real life, but you spend a lot of time with them as their, like, a version of them in a game world. I also do like how it's relatable to people like us, where it's like we're older gamers and stuff like that. We have jobs, and a lot of the characters in the show are actually older gamers, and they have jobs, and they only can play in the evenings and stuff like that. So I thought that was a really interesting take on the show.
it adds a sense of realism for sure.
Yeah. So, it's basically like a bunch of people playing an MMO, and the interactions that they have in life and in the game. So, I do like how the main couple's, like, gender swapped. It's pretty interesting. I'm curious about the other characters. Like, in the intro, you see, like in the intro and sometimes in the outro, you get to see, like, what the person looks like outside of the game, even though during the series you haven't seen that yet.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I don't watch the intros and outros.
Yeah. So
I haven't.
So me, I'm like, I kind of, like, already know, but it's one of them things where it's kind of spoiling it for me, so I'm kind of, like, impatient. I'm like, yeah, I want, like, did they all work for the same company? And they just actually happen to, like, be all in the same guild and not know it? That'd be cool. I've seen that as far as, like, people, like, high school characters, like, they're all in the same class and they all play the same game and they didn't know it. So that's one thing where I'm like, as soon as I found out that all the characters are older, I'm like, that would be so funny if all of them worked for the same company and they just
never knew it.
Yeah. And
they're all friends in the MMO, but they never really talk to each other in real life.
Yeah. So it'd be really funny if that was the case. As far as, like, the relationship goes between the main characters, I do like how they want to keep to themselves because of the whole age thing came up where one character's like 10 years younger than the other, and they kind of don't want to like reveal each other's real ages and stuff like that. So because there's all these assumptions about stuff. They're like, oh, you're in your 20s, so you must be in college already, or you must be looking for a job, or this is going to happen in your life, and they're kind of like just putting all these assumptions on people. So I see how they want to keep to themselves because it's kind of like a cultural thing. But then I kind of want to be like, just tell him so he can move on, so y'all can like start the relationship, because like
just do it.
Like this whole wishy-washy, like high schooler, like, oh, I think he likes me, I don't know what I'm gonna do, kind of stuff. That can drag on a little bit too long. So yeah, it's one of the things where it's like it's a really cool show. It's a nice spin on the whole situation, and I'm definitely gonna keep watching this one because it's I like the characters, but I kind of want like events to speed up a little bit.
I like the characters. I like the look. I mean, even in their MMO and in real life, the look of the characters I like all around. I don't. They're not jarring. There's no aspects of them that I'm like, oh, why did they do that with them? And as far as most of it goes, it's pretty fine. It's just like, yeah, I think that's where my hang up on this show goes, is just the high school relationship drama kind of thing where I'm just like, oh God, just get it over with. Just move on. This is taking forever. And the one aspect I understand, and I look at that and I'm like, I'm curious just to see how long it's going to take before the truth gets revealed. And on the other hand, I'm just like, oh, Con, just do it. Just do it. Yeah. Get it over with.
Mm-hmm. So. All right. So, yeah, that one's cool.
I just want to know. I want to see what's going on. And the characters themselves are very interesting, at least for me. I'm like, he just didn't want to deal with this bullshit anymore. He was done. He was already done from the beginning before he got to y'all. And then it started happening.